The gap. Welcome to today's Cloudism, which we translate into waiting is a spiritual art. Cloudisms are memorable words or phrases that help us emotionally regulate, mentally reframe, and spiritually connect to the now moment. Hi, I'm Claudia Cauterucci, and I'm a Washington, D.C. psychotherapist. I'm also a psycho-spiritual coach, and I'm a fellow life traveler, just like you. And I'm on a mission to make self-healing, self-exploration, and self-growth easy, practical, and portable. So let's jump right in. For the gap, for today's Cloudism, I'd like you to think about an empty room. And you're in the middle of it. And what the gap describes is the moment between two events. And in the moment, in this gap, in this empty room, we are waiting. We are waiting for the lab results. We are waiting for the text after a first date. We are waiting to find out if we're pregnant. We are waiting to see if we got the job after the interview. We are waiting to see if our cancer is in remission. So there's little ways that we wait, like we are waiting for the delivery when we're super hungry. There's middle, where we're waiting for the acceptance into college. There's long-term waiting. We are waiting for that lover to show up into our life. We are waiting to see that after everything we've done, the disease is gone. Waiting is hard. It's hard. It can be so anxiety provoking, but it's part of the human condition. We wait in line, we wait for shelter when there's a hurricane. Humans wait. There's so many ways. And I'd like you to think of a moment where you've waited. We must create waiting into an art, and we can do that. And the reason why I want you to picture that room, that white room, is because when we wait, we have choices. Now, in the past, I've waited with great anxiety. And that looks like me crawling up the walls. It looks like me shaking my leg. It looks like me pacing back and forth. And that's probably you too. It looks like me checking the door, opening it and closing it all the time. Another way to wait is to get on the phone and demand answers, and maybe to scream at someone in line. It might mean that you're pounding down the door. Another way to wait is to be in your bed crying, is to chew on your fingernails. It's to smoke a lot. Waiting is hard until we learn how to harness it, until we learn how to emotionally regulate, until we learn how to mentally reframe the waiting. When we plant seeds, when we're trying to grow grapes for that vineyard, for that amazing wine, we learn how to wait. When we put money in the stock market and we know that the stock market is going to go up and down, we learn how to wait for the long-term returns. How do we do that? In one of the next videos, you'll see my video on SYAD, which really means sit your ass down. And that sounds playful and it might sound aggressive even, but it's really true. Because sitting down in our bodies to wait, to calm the central nervous system, to use breath work, meditation, mindfulness, to use faith. And what is faith? Faith is the belief that our future holds good things. And I know some of you have trauma say, it's impossible to wait. It feels like ants all over my body. And I get that. I get that because I'm a trauma survivor myself, and I work with trauma survivors. All my clients are trauma survivors. Part of what we do is that we learn how to use this room. I always say, decorate while you wait. And so what can we do? We can play music. We can organize. For those of us who can't sit down and wait, we can fill the moment with something that nourishes us, that self-cares for us. We can water our plants. And I know this sounds simple, but these are the rich, RICH, rituals that we can use while we wait. And I'm going to do a video on rituals because that's another cloudism. We can use these moments of waiting in community, in 12-step programs. We can fill these moments of waiting by reading a book, by watching videos like this. And when you picture that white room and what we're filling it with, we can pace, we can be anxious, we can pound on the door, or we can light candles. For those of you who pray, we can pray, we can journal. What I want you to picture in the gap, because all of life, it's a humanity condition to wait. We can decorate while we wait. So the gap can become this experience that we know how to use, we know how to leverage towards ourselves so that we can harvest, we can reap the rewards. And I talk about this a lot in the dynamic meditation method, which is one of the methods that we use to wait. And by the way, being with community really helps in our waiting. And so that's what we mean by the gap. What are you using inside your gap? I'll see you on the next Cloudism. Leave me some comments. Let's have a discussion about this. Subscribe, like, and let me know what you think. Thank you.